like to congratulate Vladimir Putin for having made yet another great deal. Did you see the deal we made? Now, look, we want to get people in. You know, we got 59 hostages. I never paid anything. They released some of the greatest killers anywhere in the world, some of the most evil killers they got.
So that is Donald Trump at a rally, just bad-mouthing American diplomacy and the great success of the Biden administration, and not just us, just for the US. There's multiple countries getting people back, and when you do these sorts of deals, yes, you have to give up people that you would prefer not to. I don't need to teach Trump that. He knows because he did that, which we're gonna get to, because he's not only bad-mouthing us, and once again, just trying to convince tens of millions of Americans that any bit of good news you should actually be super depressed about, because he makes everything worse in that way. He is lying about his record as well. And also, you see him there talking about how it's great news for Putin. Putin's the greatest. He can never stop complimenting Putin. He has not, in that rally or in multiple appearances, mentioned by name any of the prisoners. Because again, it doesn't matter to him. He doesn't care that they've now been saved and that they're back after years in Russian prisons and they get to be with their families. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter that he failed to get back multiple of them who were imprisoned while he was president. He doesn't care about them. This is all about him and how it makes him feel bad that Biden got it done. And so he has to ruin the entire thing.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
By the way, he had particularly said that he was going to get the Wall Street Journal Evan Gershkovich back, and that Putin would only do it for him, not for anyone else. That turned out obviously not to be true, and I think that's why he's lashing out in this way. But I want to turn now to lumping in Lindsey Graham. They're going to try to get people on the record. Do you think it is right to be lauding a dictator like this? Take a look.
Senator, in October of 2020, though, Trump facilitated the release of 250 Houthi rebels from Oman in exchange for 2 Americans and the remains of a third that were held in Yemen by Iranian-backed militants. So how is that any different than what President Biden did this week?
Well, what we've done is we've released killers and thugs all over the world in Western custody. And we've, Russia charges Americans with crimes they didn't commit, foreign nationals a crime they didn't commit. They asked for their people to be released who are spies and thugs and killers. It's completely different.
Again, as I said on Friday, yeah, the 250 militants, which I think is kind of like a military by itself, they were all bakers and seamstresses. They haven't done anything bad or anything. It's laughable. Trump is pretending he doesn't know about the multiple deals where he gave back high-ranking members of the Taliban and literally hundreds of militia members. None of that happened. Forget about that. Biden gave it. He shouldn't have done it. I would have gotten it for nothing, even though I literally never did that while I was president. I gave up millions of dollars. He gave $2 million to get the release of Otto Warmbier, who of course had been viciously treated and died as a result of it. So he gave up money, he gave up prisoners, he gave up hundreds of militia members, Francesca. But now you should just be mad at Biden for successfully getting people back that he couldn't.
200 for 2? Is he trying to brag about that? And the other thing is, John, I don't think that there was money exchanged. Like, you correct me if I'm wrong, but that's why this was such a complicated and difficult deal. You have 24 prisoners on all sides being released. There are 4 Americans in that. There were 6 countries involved in this. Nobody, I don't even know which way the money would be flowing. So there wasn't billions of dollars. I don't understand why he keeps harping on that. Maybe because he's telling on himself that he was the one who actually paid money. But it's just wild, John, that again, we have to never stop putting Trump's words in the mouths of any other politician. If anyone else came out and said, congratulations, Vladimir Putin, what are you talking about? That's a traitorous ass thing to say. And that is obviously a tell that Putin's your buddy and your guy, and you'd be happy to have him keep Americans to maintain your friendship. Who would I actually rather trust? Someone who's really buddy with Putin? I don't think so, not at all. That person's not gonna be tough on Vladimir Putin to get me out and get my release or get the release of Americans. He's gonna let him do whatever he wants. He's gonna let him, trap another American. So it's just wild.
It's utterly bizarre. And again, like, I guess Putin maybe is the dictator he likes most, but he's got a handful of authoritarians and dictators and despots that he cannot talk about without making it creepy and weird. Like, he loves these people. He just wants the unchecked power that they have. He is so jealous of them for being able to be dictators. And to any conservatives watching this, would you not like on some level to get back to that not being normalized, of having our president kowtowing to international dictators on a daily basis? I think it would be nice. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.